They're on the edge of their own penalty area as well. And there is the ball, hanging in the air. Dicchio gets a flick on, finds Eiffel. Eiffel's shot is blocked. Ball won't come down for him. Works his way out. It's a penalty, surely. Yes, the referee and the linesman are in agreement. A penalty kick is given as Eiffel goes to ground. And Neil Harris immediately goes to find the ball. Kevin Muscat squares up a little bit with one of the West Ham players.
Harris versus Bywater. Neil Harris steps up. Harris driving low, and it comes out, and it's been saved by Bywater and had clear for a corner. Dino.
There's a player down in the box as well as Tim Cahill thinks about short ball to Roberts, instead goes longer towards Dicchio. Dicchio, again, the judgment is not easy with the win. There's Cahill. Cahill nods it down to Eiffel. Eiffel gets it down and brings it over to this left-hand side, facing Repka. Whips across in there. Anybody go to it? It's an own goal! Christian Dailly puts it into the back of his own net. It was a lovely curling cross in there from Paul Eiffel, and stretching there was Christian Dailly, who sticks it into the bottom corner, plus past his own goalkeeper, Stephen Bywater. It's Millwall 1, West Ham 0, and what a bizarre goal.
What a cross, Dino. It was, again, the windy conditions certainly helped. It was a beautiful curling ball. Christian Dailly had to intercept because there was at least 2 Millwall players behind. And Dailly just during the first half in his holding up of the ball. Millwall had the ball over on the far side. No offside flag up against Neil Harris, who's showing no interest, and Dailly concedes the throw-in. So it's Millwall on the offensive straight away. Quick throw taken. Nick Chadwick. Can he deliver a decent ball into the area? He sweeps one into the back post. Cahill! Cahill! Team Cahill has come round the back post, and Nick Chadwick has made an instant impact with an absolutely brilliantly delivered cross. Tim Cahill just ghosted round the back. Bywater managed to get some of the ball, but not enough to keep it out, Dino.
Well, what a perfect start for Nicky Chadwick. I was actually going to make a point that I wondered, although we knew that Dicchio was under the weather, that with the wind behind, whether it's also partly technical from Dennis Wise to take off the big man, because we were saying at half-time, it's no good knocking the ball long for Danny in the second half. Because
a little bit of noise, Dino, and it was 46 minutes, 15 seconds, so it would have been around about 65, 70 seconds. Crossed into the area. Jamara drops at the back post, and a penalty's been given against Matt Lawrence.
Yeah, the ball
he misjudged it.
Well, what drama at the start of the second half here. It was a long hanging cross. There was no danger there. Matt to stay on the spot. Referee Jeff Winter is ready. Airwood with the kick sends Marshall the wrong way. It's now Millwall 2, West Ham 1, and the Hammers are right back in it in a situation and a nothing.
Yes, and it was back to Matt Lawrence. First touch, not the greatest. He had to hurry that clearance forward, and Cahill will try and get round the side. He was held, he got there, and he wins the corner. Well played, Tim Cahill, and then he's shoved to the floor by Mr. Repka, who, as I say, doesn't adhere himself to the opposition and doesn't adhere himself to many referees.
Looking so far in this game, Eiffel will take the corner. Cahill with a volley, yes, number 3 for Millwall, a left foot volley into the top corner from Tim Cahill. It's Millwall 3, West Ham United 1, and 2 goals in the first 10 minutes of this second half by Tim Cahill have surely put Millwall in the box seat now. He was about on the penalty spot as he let fly there, and keeper Stephen Bywater had no chance whatsoever. Millwall 3, West Ham United 1.
Well, I don't know here in this relatively short period of time.
Yeah, we'll just stick with the play a minute. As Paul Eiffel collects in the centre circle and looks to play one forward, and Harris is onside. If he can get there ahead of Bywater, he goes over the top and it gets brought down, and the ball's gone out. The referee's got to give another penalty. Neil Harris will be the man to take it again.
Will Bywater stay or go?
Well, he lifted the ball over him, I think. He's gone. Stephen Bywater has gone as well. Well, things going from bad to worse for West Ham here. Neil Harris chipped the ball over the top of the goalkeeper, and Bywater blocked his path there. Now, Timmy Cahill's on a hat-trick. We're just going to have a little look and see who is going to come off. Right.
Number 12, Dino.
So,
Matthew Etherington.
Yeah, Etherington, who's been the danger man, really. And the first thing that Pavel Srdacek is going to have to do is face a Tim Cahill to take the penalty for Millwall. Millwall leading by 3-1. They missed the spot kick in the first half. Cahill is on a hat-trick. Against Srdacek, he's missed the target. Tim Cahill's completely missed the goal. Well, I'm blowed. This Lawrence will knock it back with greater power than that. Comes off the head of Dailly, and Nick Chadwick does well. Gets it out to Cahill, and then he's played forward, and Chadwick will chase that. The ball will pick up a bit of pace. And now here's Chadwick with a chance. He's there! And Nicky Chadwick makes it 4 to Millwall. And he goes to the fans away to our right-hand side. Well, it was another ball which got caught in the wind and created all sorts of havoc in the heart of the West Ham defence. And Nicky Chadwick kept his cool and drilled it left foot into the back of the net. It's Millwall 4, West Ham 1, Adrian.
Yeah, Nicky Chadwick, all he had to do was just keep an eye on the ball, let Repka muck about, and let Repka make the mistake. The ball dropped to Nicky Chadwick. Free kick's been taken. I've got the impression that the full-time whistle was going to go virtually.
Free kick's now been taken, and there is the final whistle has just been blown, and Millwall have beaten West Ham United here at the Den by 4-1 after Neil Harris had missed a penalty on 16 minutes. It was an own goal from Christian Dailly that set the Hammers on their way. Then a dramatic first 10 minutes of the second half. We had no fewer than 3 goals. Nicky Chadwick on as a half-time substitute for Danny Dichio, crossing for Tim Cahill to head number 2. Then almost immediately West Ham at the other end got a penalty, hands by Matt Lawrence. Marlon Harewood side-footing past Marshall, sending the keeper the wrong way. But then it was Millwall 3-1 ahead on 56 minutes. Eiffel with a corner, a superb left foot volley from Tim Cahill into the top corner. Then what happened next, so much to tell you about. 59 minutes, Neil Harris clean through, flicking the ball over Stephen Bywater, the West Ham goalkeeper, then blocking Harris, being sent off, and Tim Cahill on a hat-trick, blasting the penalty into the stand.